I'm gonna go with this song then. We're not sure if it's playing, but it's okay. For some reason, there's also a Phantom song that's playing that will never leave. I'll figure that one later. All right. As the team ventures forwards into the next stage of events, I wouldn't call it the next adventure. Rather, I'd call it the next pivotal moment of your lives, presumably. After the last ordeal, after just a few hours ago, you had Ada just hit the ground after speaking with the moon spirit. Some strange entity enveloping the mind and the body, transforming it. All the while, Amara asked the team to take care of her before anything were to happen. Not really knowing what she meant, soon enough, she took on the burden, transforming into a more demonic, devilish fiend. You're not entirely sure. Well, not entirely sure at that moment in time. You then saw Ada reawaken, but not in the same state as she was once before. She could not feel the sensation of warmth, the sensation of life. And, well, Amara was more or less passed out in a state of vegetation. Coming back, but coming back in a different way. Trying to remedy this, or trying to maybe help, this energy was then infused into a crystal, but it would only last so long, since you really didn't know what was happening. Calling on the help of Luna and the rest of, well, some of the moon druids that you found, it was determined that this type of energy is very necrotic, very dangerous, and would not be housed in the current circumstances that you found itself in. You asked if there was a way potentially to have Amara be removed from this energy, and she told you that as it stands now, the individual that she spoke with, her goddess, did not have a way of doing it, just told you that they were now these two energies infused together. There may be a way in the future, but as of right now, the only way to do so would be allow the energy to continue to live on in the body. With no real other choice, you decided to ring my doorbell. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Is it just me, or were you, was anybody else like hunkering down while he was doing the
What?
intro?
No.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh no, it just
No, what do you
bad
mean
memories of
hunkering
last
down?
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the song that's just playing in my head right now is, I don't even know what it's called. I can see me alive with somebody like you for all my life. I don't know why that's repeating in my head. I feel mentally not okay.
And I'm back, and I just heard that last part.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, after dealing with the situation, you decided to take her, and for some reason, Chance was also brought along into the desert to have a secure area. You released her, and soon enough, she was playing the emotional game, the mental fortitude that your team
Pain.
had. Maybe not the best at the moment in time. You were almost convinced, deceived, or maybe not at all, since you really didn't know what was going on. You knew the name, however, the new name of your enemy, or maybe an old name, as Dusk was able to figure out. Glacia. The devil lord that had taken over Amar's body, their form and their visage. And someone just got booted out of Roll20.
Sorry, that was me bad.
It's fine.
That was,
I just noticed it. But without any further trouble, you decided to leave her. Decided to come back at this another day. Still emotional, you are dealing with the aftermath of this transgression. Not really knowing what to do now, but at the very least, knowing that you have a goal to deal with, a person to settle an account with, and, well, a potential future that is unclear. Coming back into the city after trying to banish Glacia, you can tell that she was not banishable, not in a way that you can permanently do so, into a different plane of existence. It was theorized perhaps you could banish her into the Nine Hells, into the Abyss, but it does not seem that that is workable at this moment in time, since they are both a devil and part of this material plane due to the possession. So they were easily able to get back. But after like an hour of coming back into the city, Luna, Chance, and the other two individuals that are here, are not part of your main team, look towards you. Luna in particular. So, I'm sorry about your loss, but if there's anything you believe we can help you with, just let us know.
Not right now.
Of course. If you do need anything else, we will eventually journey to Johnpra. So with any luck, you catch us before then. Good luck to all of you. The two other Moon Knights, well, they are technically knights as well. The two other Moon Druids nod in affirmation, and they all head out.
So you staying?
Chance does look towards you. Not in particular. To be perfectly honest, I'm not even sure why I was called here other than a gamble. I'm just sorry I couldn't help.
No, it was just kind of like a last ditch option to say anything, I guess.
I suppose that does make sense.
And yeah, so
I will tell you one thing though.
Oh yes.
My entire thing is, well, the promise of a future that someone may have, their destiny or things of that nature. And by the exact definition of what I am, it is unclear that one's future is set in concrete or set in stone. Your friend could be saved, can be saved. So don't give up hope.
More than anything, it's just frustrating. But what we did tonight, it was probably giving her the best shot at survival.
Honestly, I don't have all the details, but hopefully that is true. And Nikolai, if you do still want to draw a card, I would suggest it with a clear mind rather than an impulsive one.
Yes.
Good luck to all of you, and I'll perhaps see some of you tomorrow. He then nods and begins to head out. Whisper, you can tell that she's been there the entire time, but she's been mostly quiet. But as more or less the people that, let's consider them friendly, but maybe not friends, looks towards you. All. Well, that kind of sucks, but can't really do anything now. Maybe getting some sleep and then dealing with the situation tomorrow.
Someone pass me a sleep. Not a sleep potion. Healing potion by chance.
Nikolai has all of mine.
Nikolai, can I have a healing potion?
Oh. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find one in my bag. Nikolai fumbles through his bag of holding, and then tries to grab a healing potion. And he grabs. Can I? I feel like I don't know if Nikolai is. He's trying to grab the healing potion or not. Like he's trying to grab it. And I would like to roll. Can I roll like a see if he like is able to like. I don't know. I'm having the sense that he's not. He's like kind of shaky right now. Like he doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Wisdom saving throw.
Oof.
Okay.
Those are never good.
I'm trying to look for the healing potion in the first place. Healing potions. I have 4. Okay, so I take out one of them, and then I roll a wisdom saving throw.
And 21's pretty good.
Wow.
You can tell that your mind is on a few other things, the energies, the strengths, the almost mental fortitude that you were having when facing that devil. It is hard to get out of that state of mind. You felt like you wanted to attack. You still kind of do. But at the exact same time, it is still your former friend or still your friend. You really have no real clear mind on how you perceive them right now. But giving Ada the potion, you can tell that right now, probably dealing with it with your friends, your allies, or whatever you consider them, would help. But it's entirely up to you what you do. But for now, you can tell that at the very least, there's people around you. But nothing, no demon energy, nothing of that nature takes over. And Ada, you do have. Did you give her a standard? I think you only have standards right now.
Yeah, just a regular. Yeah.
Yep.
If you are going to rest, you can just hold on to it. But if you don't feel like you're going to sleep, then go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2.
2d4. I'll just roll 2d4s because I don't know how to do the plus 2 thing, and I'll just add 2 to them. Oh, great! That's 5. At least it's something.
Better than nothing.
Yep. He's gonna drink the potion. She's like, good. You guys go rest. I'm gonna take a walk. I just need some time alone without you guys for a bit. We'll see you later. Okay.
Okay.
Is gonna just walk off.
Yeah. You begin. Oh, there you go. You begin to walk off, just dealing with the situation at hand. Whisper does look towards all of you. Sleep.
Some sleep is probably good.
But first, I'm gonna summon some air elementals and just kind of send them to. I'm gonna cast Conjure Minor Elementals. And I'm just gonna basically send it's only gonna be like a couple, but just basically to make sure that Ada's doing okay.
Yeah.
She's all right.
You summon some elementals to keep, careful eye over your friend, ally, or whatever you consider them. It's been a few months now, probably friend. It'd be weird. It'd be weird if it wasn't. Still a coworker. But I digress. Sending a few helpful hands over towards your friend, invisible as most when elementals are, unless they don't want to be. You send a few along her way. Whisper more or less brings you guys back to the tavern as you more or less are dealing with your emotional stances right now. The bartender has already slept since, as of right now, the bar is full but not heavily full. Again, this is the night when people go out to find their spirits, find their luck for the year. So most of them are still doing that. And unfortunately, you found yours in a way. Not for the next year, because you're not sure if you have that amount of time anymore. At least to Dust's mind, the leader is here, the true leader. So the other two are still an issue, but now have become far worse. Whisper has this also train of thought, and probably Opal as well. Nikolai, I'm not sure, and Fauna for sure not. But once you enter inside, she does state towards all of you, Whisper specifically. Okay, don't really know if you've ever lost someone in your team or anything of that nature. But if you need to talk, I suggest you do it. Otherwise, get some sleep. I know that's what I'm going to do. Deal with the situation at hand as best you can. If she's still out by morning tomorrow, I'll keep an eye out for her when I'm doing my whole thing. Otherwise, the rest of you probably settle up with any potential danger you might face in the future, or anyone else around you. Like, you can tell Whisper is feeling this emotion, but at the exact same time, she is foregoing the emotion and feeling it truthfully, and allowing you guys to go through it first, perhaps. Or maybe she's dealt with this way too many times that it's become a second nature thing. She's acting way too clinical. That it almost seems heartless.
This is okay. So I would hope Whisper stopped me, but I think that Nikolai, I don't know if he would have. I feel like he would try to like. Does he still have the barrel of ale that he has at our apartment, at our place?
Yeah, it would be in your room.
I feel like he would try to like drink until he would want to go to sleep. But I know that he does not want to, but of the dire situation, I feel like it would become like, oh, I'll just have a drink or two before I go to sleep just to make me feel like I want to fall asleep kind of thing. But then he doesn't, I don't know if he'll like have the conscious at this moment to like want to stop.
Yeah. You go into your room. Dust and Whisper all share the same room. When you have a few drinks in hand and down a few, Nikolai, go ahead and roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Perception check with disadvantage. Wow. 10.
That checks out. After just trying to get inebriated, trying to deal with the situation at hand, rather than trying to deal with it, you try to drink it away, which is not exactly the best for you, for anyone really.
No, I know it's not. I feel like I feel like he'd have trouble sleeping in the first place because he's worried about Julian, he's worried about Ada, he's worried about what's going to happen to Amara, what's going to happen to the team, and all that is just culminating to now, and what's going to happen to him. So it's like a little bit overwhelming, I would think. So
yeah, trying to go through all your emotions, you just feel a pain in the neck as if everything is going through all at one go. But I just realized I got a message.
oh no.
To the person that sent me the message, a bird is going to be sent out, but they're not going to send a bird out for just one letter. It's going to be enough letters come in and then they sent it out. So it's still not enough that they need to send out a bird. That being the case, though, with the second thing you mentioned, you're not fully aware you're that. You just have a feeling that something is wrong. And I don't know why I'm making it this cryptic. Ada.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
It's fine. I just don't know why I did that. They would send it with a bird, but again, they wouldn't send just one
Just
letter. They'd
one
wait
letter.
a bit, which means you do have time to do that if you want.
Okay.
On the second note, you're not sure if you're an undead yet. You just feel like your body is going numb, but it could just be shock. It could be something else, but it doesn't feel okay.
Okay.
But going back on topic, just more or less Nikolai going through the emotions, or at least trying to drown them out. You feel a pain in your neck, and you just feel exhausted. You go for another drink, and you're not sure when you pass out. On the other end of the spectrum, i.e. not in your point of view, Dust, you do see Nikolai going through a few drinks here and there. Whisper just rounds the corner and then just grabs the butt of her knife and hits him in the neck with enough force to just knock him out.
What?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything. Just I'm thinking, well, at least someone's taking care of him. And I'm just going to be at the table. And the designs that I had in mind for the competition for the next day, I'm changing them. I'm changing it to a different item entirely. And so I will spend some time quickly designing what I'm going to be making during the competition.
Okay.
Unless if we already have to have it made.
It's entirely up to you what you make.
Well, we'll see. For the competition, we make it during the competition, correct? Or
Yes.
Is it? Okay. So, yeah, then I will just be doing the design of what I'll be making, and I will let you guys know what it's going to look like during the competition.
Yeah.
Nice.
But after I finish with the brief design, then I will. Then I'll go to bed.
All right. Whisper looking towards you, making an active stance of trying to go to sleep. Does go to sleep. Allows you to go to sleep normally. She was more or less wondering if you were going to try to work yourself to sleep, which is also a way of coping, but at the exact same time, maybe not a good one. Better than drinking. But eventually you do go to sleep. Opal and Fauna are doing their own thing, which you do not take note of because they're in their own room. But eventually most of the team does go to sleep for the night.
Yeah.
Amara, you are currently not here.
Ouch.
A names.
Oh.
Ouch.
Sorry. Amara's token is right next to yours, and I read her name out loud.
Wait, really?
It's in the GM layer. Basically, there is a silhouette. Well, it's not opaque, transparent, ish token. If you put stuff in the GM layer, you can see if you're the GM, but other people can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's neither here or there, but that is me messing up. But I digress. Moving forwards with your night, you can tell that you're not having the best night. In fact, it feels as if your body is numb. It feels as if, well, you lost a part of you, which, in all honesty, you did. Your defenses, your inner devil, your friend, your best friend. All of that changed in one night, in one instance. Is there anything you're doing?
Quick out again question. Is the place where the I would say the letter was that, or the post office, if that even exists in D&D. Is it open at this time or is it closed?
As mentioned beforehand, there is basically a 24-hour period of open door policy within the city currently for the festival.
Okay, so can Ada go there?
Yeah. You find the... Oh, man, I'm blanking on the name. It's not Kukuri, but it's some other name that's close to it.
Alder? Out. The Harry Potter term that I'm forgetting how to say.
You're probably correct. But entering inside, you do see the halfling that spoke with you beforehand, you and Amara, when you sent out the letter. Looking towards you, he does state, "Oh, young miss, and... Oh, just you. Is there anything I can help you with? The messages haven't been sent out yet."
Could I... So my friend sent out a message, the one I was with earlier. Could I possibly have it?
Oh,
Let's get it out.
of course, if you'd like. I'm just afraid we can't give you a refund for it.
No, that's fine. I just don't want it to be sent out. I'd just rather keep it for now.
Oh, all right. He hands you back the letter, and the refund was only like 5 copper. So it's not at a heavy loss. Plus, Amara did pay for it. Handing back the letter, you do receive it. He does state towards you. If you'd like, we can send out another one for you. But it's rather late. I don't know if you intend to sleep for tonight. I know I do. But we're not going to send out probably a messenger hawk until later tomorrow evening. So you have time if you wish to write another one.
I'll come back in the morning. You should probably get some sleep.
Right. Well, you take care of yourself, miss, and I'll wait until my shift partner arrives. He goes over towards his chair and just basically falls asleep again. Because he was asleep.
I can Ada find a place to... I would say an area to... Like a quiet area to stay at for the remainder of the night and day.
Yeah. It takes you a while to find somewhere secluded that it isn't a romantical spot or like a clandestine meeting area that might have 2 rogues there whispering information and secrets. You find a nice park bench in the area. Find a nice little retrieval spot where nothing dangerous and it's pretty open in the area. So you don't expect anyone to maybe mug you or anything of that nature. You don't expect a vigilante to run over towards you and steal your wallet. That's not a vigilante. I'm thinking of something else. Anyways, crime isn't afoot, is what I'm saying. You spend the night just maybe not dealing with the situation, but definitely mentally playing it through your mind. Probably multiple times. I want Ada to go ahead and roll insight.
Oh boy. Alright. Let me pull up the character sheet. Dang it. Hang on. Okay. Oh, wow.
You play the events over and over and over in your mind, trying to catch maybe an instance of could something have been done? Could maybe have done something? Could maybe one of my friends done something? Could have seen this coming? Ultimately, you can more or less tell that no, there really wasn't any other way this might have played out. At the current form you guys have, at the current power you possess, at the current skill level you and your companions are, your friends, your allies, there was no other alternative, no true way of maybe helping her at the moment in time, which gets you maybe to wallow a little bit more or maybe to just settle with the current predicament. You're really not sure what could have been done, and at the end of the day, you're more or less aware that nothing could have been done. At least not now. You can tell that their name was Glacia, the devil inside you, the person that took over your best friend. And that name, you've heard it before. You heard the fox spirit name it when it said this was the leader of, well, the bad guys, in a way. The people trying to take over this plane, the people just trying to take over. You're not sure if they're good or evil, but at the exact same moment, that really doesn't matter to you. They took your friend. And that's all that matters to you right now. You continue to have these thoughts, continue to move throughout the day, and by morning, you are maybe late to meet your friends isn't the right word, but not there is a better term, I suppose. Do you eventually go back, or do you just stay out until you know that Dust is planning to be at the event later today? You can definitely meet them there, or you can head a little bit early. It's entirely up to you.
She's gonna just stay out for a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You stay out for a bit, and Ada, I want you to go ahead and I'm gonna have you roll perception, but only to see if you get a clearer vision of what you might see.
Oh boy. Okay.
Uh,
What?
That's 1 and a 20. But the 1 was first.
Makes sense too.
Yeah.
It really does. While just basically roaming, keeping an eye out on things, not truly roaming, but wandering your eyes around the city while things are picking up in the morning. You can tell that there's a strange aroma in the air as if cinnamon is picking up, and that really doesn't make any sense. You're kind of in the desert, and sure, there are vending stalls here and there, but no food stalls in the park, at least none yet. You just smell the sensation and look around, but you really don't notice anything. That's just, you don't get any further details. You just felt that strange sensation in the air in the morning, which is weird, but not so weird you feel danger. Or threatened. It all really depends if you like cinnamon.
Like, it's just plain cinnamon?
Yeah, which is the weirdest part.
Can Ada look around, or she still can't see anything?
With that 1 is what I was basing it off of.
Yeah, so no.
You do have it linger in the air for maybe another 10 seconds, but all that means is whatever it was, it already passed by and it's fading away. It's the same thing when someone sprays perfume in the air and it still lingers for a bit.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. But going into the morning, you all wake up fully refreshed. Ada, you technically didn't do any heavy lifting or anything of that nature, so you did get a long rest even though your mind didn't.
Wow.
So you all heal back up to full.
Yeah. Hey, wow.
Whisper looks towards all of you, and she does state after you guys begin to come down and more or less sit at your table while other people are heading out for the day. She does state towards you. So was up for a bit there. She didn't come back during the night. Gonna go wander about, but she's likely gonna be at the whole building thing with Dust later today. She already knows about it, so I'm gonna wander to see if I find her. If I don't, well, then if she's not at the whole Dust build thing competition or whatever it's called, we should probably scatter through the city.
Yeah, after the fact. If anything, she was the one who took it the hardest.
Opal then states, I mean, yeah, kind of lost her best friend there.
Yeah.
Don't really know how any of you would take it. But, you know, sucks. But it happens. Normally not that way. Usually involving like a boy or a girl, depending on your preference. You fight, you have a spat, and then you walk away. Don't really know how many people have devil possessions, and that's what breaks up a friendship.
I would say very few and far between. How about that?
Probably. Don't really know. Whisper then states, surprisingly more than you expect, but not heavily more. But I digress.
Okay.
We live in a world of magic. Anyways.
Well, I only got into the world like this. I haven't really been into a world of magic for very long. I've kind of just been in a world of kings and queens, but this is new. I mean, relatively, like, short, not my whole life. You know what I mean? Okay, never mind.
I get it. A Whisper states, I will also tell you this. The more you involve yourself with magic, the more you find people that want more. The more you find people that want more, the more darkness you find. The more darkness you find, the more people needed to get rid of that darkness. I mentioned this beforehand, but I am a person that's known as a talent. Someone that goes out, collects information, or depending on the individual talent you are, you go out and assassinate someone. You see a lot of life and death situations that way. A lot of it involving magic. Because a lot of magic to someone that isn't fully capable of handling that power yet can easily corrupt and corrode their heart, or their emotion, or their mind. I'm not saying Ada's emotions aren't valid, but at the exact same time, you have to be aware that these things happen out there. Sucks though when it happens to you.
So you can take out somebody pretty easily?
If I need to.
Okay.
Usually I sneak up on them and take them out. I don't just like say like, hey, I challenge you to a duel to the death.
Yeah. I know. You get the sneaky sneak. Yeah.
Yeah.
We went over this before. I remember. I know.
She does. She would make fun of you right now, but at the moment in time, it's not appropriate.
Sure.
But she does stay towards the rest of you. All right. Give her time, give her space. In the meantime, should we head over there, prepare our things? Well, prepare dust things. I don't know if they allow, helpers, but we can at least see the competition.
Yeah, that'd be good. Sure.
She looks towards
Let's
dust.
go. Yeah, well, sorry, my mic is muted. Yeah, let's go. For me, that will probably be the best thing. Just keeping my hands busy.
Yeah. Nikolai is just kind of...
I have just about everything ready to go on my end.
You enter into the Dragon's Forge competition, which is its name, which I never gave you. Because, oh man, this is kind of sad. Which you never asked for because Amara had that information and no one asked further details.
Oh.
You do see a whole bunch of people in the crowd. Some people ready and prepared to deal with the situation at hand, but others are just watching. The Forge Master is there currently, and 3 other people are going to be participating today. You do see a... who are your competitors today? 1d20... 2 and 18. Ooh. And I'm just going to choose one by myself. Okay. You do see a high elven individual join in the fray, and you also see a very stern-ish looking human male. The one other that joins the competition today, other than you, Dust, is a maybe half dwarf because no real beard, woman with a great axe to her side and a nice, you imagine bear pelt coat. The Forge Master does look towards all of you. Well, not towards you specifically, but towards the crowd. All right then, competitors and those keeping watch. I urge competitors today to come forwards, present their arms and their equipment. If you don't have any arms or equipment, we will be providing them for you. If you have an assistant, please verify them at once. If you have a friend that would like to be your assistant, we are not liable for any potential danger, harm, or anything that may happen to them. He goes though through over a legal spiel that dictates Kensu.
I will move forward. And I'm not. I probably won't take up anybody who to be my assistant. So.
Yeah. Who was he? Oh, I forgot I named him Josh, which makes no sense. High Elf 18. Hendrik. And I chose this one specifically. Ah, that's right. Josh, Hendrik, and Dolly all basically look at towards one another, including Dust. The Forge Master, in turn, also looks towards the crowd and all of you. All right, then. We won't start until about an hour from now. So you'll have time to prep up your gear, anything of value. The rules are simple and as follows. You must prepare your metals, your jewels, and things of that nature on your own. If you do need anything, do state and remember that comes out of your own pocket. We do have things here we can provide for you, such as ingots, small trinkets here and there, or disposable former attempts. Those ones you can have for free, as long as you're able to use them. Furthermore, we do also have medals that you can use fully, but if you are not the one that succeeds and, well, becomes the champion today, you will have to pay for the materials you've used. So only use something if you believe you are the one to succeed today. Looking towards everyone, Dust, you can tell that some people are a little worried about that part, because if you don't win, you then have to pay for the things you've used. But you're only really in this competition if you believe you are good enough to succeed. Plus, since this is a yearly thing, people have saved up just in case, but it's that kind of thing of not really wanting to spend your own money, but you will if you have to. Looking towards all of you, the Forge Master then states, right then, rules are simple. You must make something within the next 5 hours. You have the allotted time, you have the equipment, and you have the room. You must have something forged, something jeweled, and something crafted. They can all be the exact same thing, but these steps must be made. You can't just bend a piece of metal or magically do it. It has to be by the forge. Any questions? Hendrik then looks towards the Forge Master, and he does state, yeah, other than potentially payment or anything of that nature, what becomes of the things we make, or if we win, what is our prize? Ah, yes, good point. The one that wins today can choose one thing of the other's individual crafts or creations, or one of the things we have in shop. dependent on if that's what they want. The rest will have to pay for the equipment and things they've used, but get to keep their things if their thing wasn't chosen. Simple enough. The winner keeps their own creation and keeps one of someone else's creation. Everything else must be paid for by the individual that made it. Other than that, this is simply to make sure that the future of crafting and artisan work is still advancing forwards. Looking towards all of you, the Forge Master waits if there's any other questions. And if Dust, you don't have a question, that's perfectly fine.
No, I don't have any questions.
All right then, good luck to all of you in an hour, and we'll make sure the forge is heated up. He goes to the back and basically makes sure that the forge is taken care of before the event happens. Ada, when do you think, if at all, you come in?
It'll come in later. We don't have to roleplay it, but it'll probably will write something to the post office, which I will send to you probably later tonight after I write it down. And also before that, probably just recount the memories of why Amara did everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry if that was confusing.
No, it makes perfect sense to me. While you're writing things down, while you're making sure that before sending the message, everything else is clear, and you'll see the rest of the group later today. Maybe midway of Dust doing his thing. You're not entirely sure how long this will take. But writing the letter to the individual you'll be sending it to, go ahead and roll insight, just playing the ordeal again in your mind, as well as the potential reason why it all happened. .22 is pretty good.
Wow, I'm surprised I said that. Sorry.
It's all good. Going through the walkway, going through the paths these things could have taken, you can tell that it is hard to fully grasp on why all of things happened, but you can tell that they all did. You can tell that for one reason or another, she sacrificed her life, her potential future, for this. And with 22, you know Amara. You understand her. You can tell that she does things not just because she wants to, but at the exact same time because she needs to. Or at least that's how she perceives things. Going back at the events, going back at the moment in time you met her once more, after losing her for so many years, you remember her at that bar. Getting ready, potentially playing a song, getting ready to potentially go on the road again, or maybe joining the... you don't know the group's name, you just know the... Actually, no, you don't know the group's name. You know the individuals of the band that the roadie / manager Monkey ran for them, Tripwire and Volt. Maybe she was going to join them, you're not entirely sure. But you can tell that she was getting ready to move around, and you might lose her again. You might have her not in your life again. And potentially fearing that, or potentially just wanting to catch up, you invited her back. You invited her the same way that Opal was invited in your group, not considering the feelings of the rest of the team, just doing it. And it worked out for Opal, so why wouldn't it work out for you and Amara, which it did. You can tell that she was pensively thinking when she gave you an answer. She had something written down, which she ultimately destroyed away and ripped up. You don't really remember why or what that message was about. You just remember that happened. Thinking back on all this, you can tell that her stances on everything were not as if someone wasn't thinking about their actions and just impulsively doing things. She, if anything, was methodical. She wanted to help people. She wanted to make sure that those around her could feel a little bit safer. Looking back on her actions, looking on when Nikolai lost his gifts, she offered to train him as best as she could, offered to look into things. When Dust mentioned his own family ordeals, she asked if he wanted to or needed any help with the endeavors and maybe looking into these kind of things, into the genies and all that nature and why they did this to his people. And she gladly accepted this offer of help. And he gladly accepted this offer of help. You feel like she was trying to help you. She was trying to make sure that you were okay. She may not know exactly what happens afterwards, but she was making sure that the people around her are okay. She is a very self-sacrificing woman, someone that really cares, someone that really wants to make sure that everyone's okay, even if it means putting herself in danger. And you think back on when you were kids, and I want you to go ahead and roll history. Oh, it's not bad. You think about when you were kids. But before that, you get a glimpse of, well, part of your past, part of the past you lost. You go back into a flashback of when you were currently fighting in the trench war in the East with your former fiance. Currently at that time, but former now. You are fighting in the trenches, and looking about, you can tell that the people you were healing beside you, he was shooting magic spells on the other end of the battlefield. You looked towards him, and you asked him while you were healing someone that was slowly dying out, but maybe they could be saved, but not at the strength you had. Looking towards him, you just spoke to him in a frantic way of, what are we going to do? We need someone else to heal him. I don't have enough strength right now. He immediately grabbed your hand and ran away from that body, ran away from someone that was slowly dying out. When you asked him, what are you doing? We need to go back to save him. He just looks back towards you and then moves forward and simply states, while he's running alongside with you, it's already too late for them now. All we can do is make ourselves leave and survive. That's what he wants. That's what all of them want, so we can survive. And thinking on it, at that moment in time, you just believed him. You just wanted to believe him because you weren't sure if he had that strength, that power. But at that exact same moment, you think back on a moment in your past, your history with Amara. You were a little kid, still learning how to use magic, still adapting and growing. You just had a few tutors here and there that were teaching you clerical magic. And one of them was, at first, cure wounds. As little kids, around maybe 8 years old, you both found what appeared to be a hurt bird on the ground, just currently slowly moving and not really doing anything. You both panicked and tried to use your magic to do something, but you really couldn't do anything. You were still learning. You really didn't know what to do. Panicked, she grabbed your arm, and you both ran. Looking towards her, you asked, what are we going to do? What's going to happen? But she moved forwards and said, it's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. She ran towards your tutor and she grabbed their hand. The tutor, looking down at her, simply stated, is something wrong, dear? And she immediately just grabbed them and ran over towards the bird. And you managed to help them out as best as you could. The bird flew away after being healed with a lesser restoration spell, and Amara just smiled at you, making sure you were calm and okay. She's always been this way. She's always tried to care for people, even those that felt like there was a chance of never anything happening. She's always been this person, always tried to care for people. And that's why you believe she did this. She's never been anything else.
Wow. Okay. Yes, she shouldn't. I should have been possessed. She shouldn't have done that. But what can I do now, huh? I can't really place her, huh? Was she always better than Rowan? Hey, I don't know. She just talked to herself. She's not
Yeah.
paying attention if anyone was listening.
Yeah, you're writing this down at a park bench, more or less just dealing with the situation at hand, coming through memories, and you can tell that some of the memories are coming back. For better or worse, they're coming back. And you can tell that some things, maybe there's a reason why they were kept away from you, as they could have potentially messed with your mind, could have made it weaker. But at the exact same time, some memories were kept away, maybe because they were too closely connected to others. You're not entirely sure, but the memories are coming back. For better or worse, they're coming back. You continue to write your message, thinking about these things, and Ada, go ahead and roll another perception check.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I was trying
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
You
One.
you feel that strange aromatic sensation of cinnamon once more. But this time it's also contributed to a sensation of, what's the word? I'm just going to say apple spice in the air as well. Like, it smells like cider.
Oh.
In the distance, you do see a rather rotund elderly woman just passing by. It's weird that she's passing by with that same smell you smell, like, very, very early in the morning. Like, the sun was barely getting up. She seems old, crotchety, but at the exact same time, it's still weird that she's just out here with that strange aromatic smell. You're not sure who they are. In fact, from what you can tell, you've never met her before. She just seems stern. Gray curly hair, blue apron, and, well, nothing else about her. So wherever that smell's coming from, it seems weird.
Okay, is this the woman from the battle ring, or is this a different woman?
It's the woman from the battle ring.
Oh, okay. Can Ada walk up to her?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're going to the same place twice by now. Not to be rude or anything. I just didn't really think you would have done that.
Sitting next to her, she does look towards you. Huh? Oh, I thought I saw you in the morning. Just wandering around, making way, making sure everything is okay. That's what I do. Something wrong with you, dear?
It's personal. I really shouldn't be talking about it.
It's all right if you don't want to talk about it.
I just kind of lost a very good friend of mine. And I'm kind of lost at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair. Don't really know what you're going through, but I can understand the emotion. By the way it sounds, is it a permanent loss or something like emotionally lost?
I mean, a bit of both. I could still, I guess, get her back, but I don't know how or what to do. And kind of feel empty, you know? You know that feeling? Where just everything has been ripped from you. You just feel alone, even though you're surrounded by people.
I understand that. Feeling I had when I lost my first husband, second, third, but after the third, I kind of had that feeling stop after a while. I'm on my fifth now. Nice enough guy. More of a friend. I can tell you that things can and will get better. At the exact same time, even if they don't, if you have people around you, they can help you with the situation at hand. I'm not saying, speak with me, but I'm sure you have other people here that can maybe hear you out. Even if they can't help, maybe just talking about it helps out. Help me out.
I mean, yeah, but they have their own problems, and mine is kind of not as big as the others. I mean,
Who
you
cares?
seem one of them. I do? That's weird to say. Yeah.
Everyone has issues, and as long as people are willing to speak with you, what does it matter if their issues are bigger?
I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm bothering you. What's your name, by the way? I know we met earlier. We just never had a proper introduction since you kind of got and turned into a frog.
Pepper.
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 It's just Pepper?
Just Pepper.
Just Pepper.
Again, I've had 5 husbands. My actual maiden name is... Don't have one.
Oh. Okay, well, it's nice to properly meet you, Pepper.
You as well. But like I was saying before, you can talk with others with your problems or with the things you're feeling. Even if you believe they have bigger situations, or maybe they're trying to save the world while you're just trying to save your world. Both issues are valid.
Are they really, though?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll try that at some point.
Probably sooner than later. Again, I'm old. I've dealt with these kinds. Well, I don't know what you're going through, but similar kinds of situations like this before. I've wallowed in self-loathing for a while, just ultimately hurting myself emotionally. But again, your life. You can do what you will. Don't really know the solution at hand. If you need any help, I'm here. I'm already 142 years old. I have the wisdom of an ages. Unless you're an elf, then I don't know. I'm like a preteen.
Wow. Okay. Well, if I do need advice, I'll just come to you, I guess.
Me or your friends? Either
One of
one.
my friends. They're a bit busy right now. I think one's in a competition while the others are watching. I should probably meet up with them at some point.
She nods. Well, if you need any more help, I'm only here for like the half a week. I guess I can give you my business card. She then gives you her business card. You don't know why she has one, but she hands it over towards you. And it does read, Pepper High Cleric of Isle.
Okay, well, Data puts it in her purse. Thank you. Well, I'll leave you be now.
Okay.
It's gonna walk away over to the, I don't know what it's called. The post. I'm just gonna call it out again. The post office.
Yeah. You go to the post office without too much of an issue, leaving Pepper to her. You're not sure what her whole deal is. She's apparently a cleric. But other than that, you have no idea what her entire deal was. You can go to the post office. Different man, but yeah, different guy. comes in. He's more or less, I'll make it a woman. Doesn't really matter. Post office people. You see a rotund, redheaded sprite kind of looking woman. She just simply looks towards you. Oh, evening, miss. Letter today or getting a stamp?
I'm sending a letter out to somebody.
All right, then. That'll be 5 copper, and other than that, we just need address and person needed to, well, get the message.
I assume that Ada would know where Amara's sister lives and name and everything, so she's going to write all that down. And
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, even if you didn't, the other message that you retrieved had that information on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you just write it down.
Okay.
All right, then. It should only take about, that's not too far from here. It should only take 3 days to get there. And are you expecting a missive back?
Yes, but I probably won't be around by then.
Is there anywhere you expect to be in 3 days?
Out of game. Kyle, where are we going again? Because I completely forgot for a second.
We're going to Yepta, but in
Yepta.
3 days we will be traveling. But well, that will be, so today's the 4th day, so 3 days from now will be like a day or two into travel. So
I had a
But-
very long answer for a single word answer.
Like, you can say Yupta. Even if you're currently traveling at that time, the message will
Yeah.
just be delivered in that town, and you can pick it up there.
yeah,
You tell them where you're going, and they go, all right, then I'll set it up for Yupta. Other than that, if there's anything else, please let us know. We are open 24 hours.
You know what? I really should have taken this. A's gonna pull out the other letter. Can I put it with it? With the letter that I wrote?
What are you doing?
Can I combine both letters? Like put it in one, I assume, envelope or
Yeah.
attach it to one another?
You get the envelope and fold in both letters at the exact same thing. It doesn't cost any more. It's honestly just 2 pieces of paper. But with your words given and, well, Amar's words given as well. At any point, did you open the letter and read it, or did you just put it
Yeah,
in there?
she probably would have opened up and read it.
All right, we're going
read
to get back to that later.
Okay. Sorry, that was my bad. I completely forgot.
No. It's just Amar would have written that on her own,
Yeah.
which might or might not change things.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Okay.
assume like you didn't open it yet, and the post office woman simply states, "Oh, I'm sorry. We need like if you want to send that part as well, it's more than welcome to. But you do need to open it, so we, for security reasons and all that."
Great. Ada
Yeah.
would open the letter.
Yeah, you step to the side and like open the letter, just to make sure she doesn't read it if it's something personal, which it kind of is. And more or less, your curiosity gets to you and you begin to read. Going back to the Dragon Forge, it's been more or less an hour at time after everyone gets ready and prepared. The furnace is kicked up to 9, and he does look towards the teams. All right then, you have 5 hours. Other than that, good luck to you. May the best man, woman, or other win. Last week the other day, we had a strange slime folk individual. So I really didn't know what they were. So I'm going to go with they. May the best person win. Or
Good
sentient
luck,
being.
Dust.
You do see him grab what looks like a metal hook from the wall, rings it down, and immediately you hear a large chime ring out. And Dust, what are you trying to make?
I am going to be making a locket. I'm just going to use some gold that I have, and so as well as some other iron, some other metals that I have. Let me quickly look.
Yeah. And now I should reiterate, you can use their equipment and their materials, but if you don't win, you will have to pay for those.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty much just going to use my own stuff because I was planning on using it anyways. Um,
For sure.
and in lieu of events, this locket that I'm going to be making, on the outside, it'll be completely golden. Probably more have like a shimmer to it, because of the metals that would be put into it, to just basically strengthen it. We'll give it a bit of a gleam, metallic gleam. And on the outside, it'll have the kind of not an etching, but what's the word?
Engraving?
Not engraving, the other way out.
Embossed.
Instead of embossed. So instead of an engraving goes in, it'll come out. It'll be a violin, and then that's just kind of going up on the locket. And then at the top, at the head of the locket, will be a lotus flower, purple lotus flower that will be made out of purple sapphire. Just kind of inlaid in there. Really small, really just made with kind of shards. And then inside the locket will be a bust of Amara.
Okay. That does meet all three qualifications of what's it called? Engravement, forging, and crafting. So that is easily enough something that can be in the competition and potentially win it. It doesn't matter if you create like a giant automaton, the wheel, as long as you make something truly artistically beautiful. And hopefully you can. And it'd be weird if someone chose your thing, Dust. If you lose, that'd be very awkward.
It would be very weird. Like, originally I was going to be making something that if I won it, it'd be great, and I'd give it to part of it to Emily. But in lieu of events, Dust I just flat out like, no, I'm going to make something in tribute of Amara.
Yeah. Like, this is a good thing, and unless someone's a complete weirdo, they probably won't pick your thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll for me your Tinkerer's tools. If you don't have that, you can go ahead and do your jeweler's kit. Afterwards, you would have to use blacksmith tools. If you don't have that, go ahead and roll for me athletics with advantage, because tempering the metal and steel and all that work. You've honestly been training with the dwarven woman whose name I currently can't remember, to do that with the new tempering metal that you were working on earlier this week.
Yeah.
And
sure.
Afterwards, it's simple Tinkerer's tools to finish off with the last clean work of things.
Okay.
Can I go find some popcorn with Opal so we can watch Dust forge?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Nikolai, roll perception to find any
Yes.
popcorn.
Oh, I'm at disadvantage. Perception. Yes.
Looking to the area, you do find a few vending stalls here and there, but close enough that you can easily go out, grab something, come back in. You find 3 stalls. One of them seems to have weird popcorn. The reason why it's weird is because it has like different colorations to it. They might have added like dyes to it. You see like popcorn that's blue, green, red, yellow. It feels weird, but it's festive. Another one, you find standard popcorn, but it has, for some reason, mixed in. It's in a bag currently. More is being prepared, but when they put it into the bag, they put in chocolates as well.
Oh.
And then the last one, you just find a standard popcorn vendor. Each of them cost 5 copper for a bag.
So how big is the bag?
Like for the standard bag of maybe 8 foot tall and 3 inches wide, 5 copper. Like,
Okay, so I'll buy 4 bags of the normal popcorn and then go back.
yeah, easily enough done. It's honestly very, very good. Dust, do you remember the rolls you had to make?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either Tinker's or Jeweler's kit
Yes.
for 2 of the rolls, and then athletics for 1 because I'm not proficient in blacksmithing, but might be something I might pick up. Okay, so I will do the first Jeweler's kit.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Athletics.
You gotta stop.
Yeah, let's go. Come on. Keep it going. Get a third one.
Oh damn.
And the final
Come on.
Jeweler's kit.
I'm winning. Let's go.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
And I'm going to use my minor wish to get that 18.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, how many memes can I put in here? Oh my goodness.
Okay. I
Good
don't
job.
think it'll matter, but I'm just gonna roll the other guys just in case. First Josh, a high noble raised in Isle, kind, smart, strong, but not at all
Perfect.
his thing. Like, his family runs a operation of blacksmiths and the like, but he himself like only knows the basics, so he has a +2. No, he for sure doesn't beat Dust. Hendrik is a high noble, high-bred, high elf. He comes from a distinguished enchanter-based family, but at the exact same time, it's enchanter-based, and this is more, non-magical stuff. So that might not apply here, but he does have advantage on these things, but his bonus is only a +5. 24, 24,
Whoa.
and 22.
Wow.
Dolly is average on all parts, but her modifier is +7. 8,
Okay.
9,
Oh.
and 10.
Ouch.
Man,
You
she's
rolled a nat
tired.
one now.
But yeah, for sure, Dust, it's just between you and Hendrik. After a while, Josh is like getting things done, getting prepped up, and having the metal work, but it keeps breaking. He keeps making it too hot, and it keeps being more brittle and brittle. But eventually he makes something, but you can tell it's not refined enough that it'll win. Dolly, on the other hand, is just having a bad day. She's getting material that is easily flawed, that if you aren't paying attention to your craftsmanship, it would easily break or be brittle, even before you start putting it into fire, into the water, and things of that nature. She does make something, but it is not at all good. Hendrik forges something quite admirably. He's quick about things. He is very good at what he does, unfortunately. But you still roll 2 natural 20s.
Yeah. Oh man.
But it's not
that's
like he
And one of them
failed.
was on my athletics check, which I had a negative.
awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not as if he failed. He's just, we'll see what happens. But while you're doing this for the next few hours, Nikolai, you begin to eat, like watching everyone.
I give a bag to Opal, Fauna, and Whisper.
Yeah, they're all honestly eating. Fauna doesn't even use her hands to eat it. She's just getting bag and like putting it to her mouth and eating it. Maybe like an animal or like a goat would. Although I don't think goats can like grab bags, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But Opal looks towards you while this is happening. Yeah, I think it's just Dust and Hendrik for this one. You want to bet on any of this?
What do you mean? Why are we betting?
Money? items,
But
knowledge. I don't know.
who taught you how to bet?
She looks around, seeing if there's anyone taking bets. I don't think this one has a betting person. I don't know. I'm just bored.
Oh, I'm talking to Opal, right?
It's Opal.
Okay. I don't know. I was actually considering like, I don't know if there's. I don't know. I'm kind of I just wanted to relax a little bit, kind of get my mind off things, and yeah, popcorn.
Yeah, that's fair. You guys begin to eat, and she does state, I mean, it's fine, you know, to like not think about things, but make sure if you have any lingering thoughts or anything like that, it gets set out.
Nope, nothing. Yep, I'm good.
Okay, you can repress those emotions or not. It's up to you.
Okay, we gotta stop this. Don't do the thing where you try to like be all like, oh, you're hiding something, and like try to push something out of me when I already had to deal with an emotional person that decided to be one of our friends in our party, and now we have to worry about it. So if I want to open up about it, just be willing to be open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Enjoy your popcorn.
Yeah, okay. She just continues to eat. In Opal's own weird way, she's more or less saying, if you need someone to talk with, I'm here. But it's Opal, so it doesn't come out
I
that
know. Yeah, I was like, Nikolai does not like. Don't mess with him. Like, don't mess with his emotions right now. He will like go off like a freaking gun. So.
Yeah. But while you're repressing emotion, and Dust is working through his emotions, quite literally, in fact, we go over back towards Ada and the post office. Going into the post office, you more or less scurry about away from the current individual there. I think I just chose someone randomly. So I'm going to just choose someone randomly again. Another person like takes their shift, looking towards you. They tell you to, do your thing, and when you're ready, come to the main office. As soon as you are stepping away and open the little package that was going to be sent off towards Amara's family member, you can tell that it is written quite well. Do you read? Why is Windows trying to get me to update right now?
It's just been doing a lot of updating lately.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say it's a teenager currently in the post office front door. You begin to read the missive that Amara was going to send out towards her family member, her sister. In it, you do read. Did she ever give you her name?
No. Amara's name or the sibling?
Amara's sister. Did she ever give you her name?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, this is a weird way of learning it, I guess.
Yep.
Huh?
I think Ada would have known Amara's family to some point because they did grow up together.
Yeah.
It wasn't really until the very end when Amara came out as being lesbian did it go south.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Yeah.
I guess it's a weird way of learning it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I digress. Dear Laura, it's been quite some time since I've spoken with you. I know, I haven't been the best sister in the world, but I do hope you're okay. I'm not gonna lie, things are probably weird for you. And at the exact same time, who knows what mother and father have told you. But don't worry of what's happening. Just make sure you're okay. Make sure that your surroundings are okay. The people you're speaking with, the people that you pay heavy attention to are helping you out. I've recently met a few new people in my life. People I've been traveling with, and some old faces as well. They've been helping, and hopefully I've been helping them along the way. If not, then I'll strive to do better. It's the least I can do after I've, well, let's face it, not been in your life for the last couple of years. But I do hope to come back one day, sometime soon. We're currently busy doing something, but I do have a surprise for you when I get back. It won't be for maybe a few more months, or with any luck, a couple of weeks. When we settle everything, things have been going pretty well, pretty quickly, and pretty great so far. And I've recently met an old friend again. I'm glad I met them again, and hopefully I can meet you and we can all get together and talk. I'd love to introduce you to some of my new friends I've made, and, well, hopefully we can talk. I am here for you if you need it. And hopefully you're willing to hear me out. You've been with Mom and Dad this entire time, and hopefully that hasn't crushed you. I might be, I don't know, fearing the worst, but at the exact same time, I've dealt with the exact same things you've dealt with. Maybe not the exact same, but I've been in the same position. I am rambling at this point, but I'll make it clear. I do plan to visit in a couple weeks, maybe in 2 months, if I'm unlucky. But I do hope, beyond hope, that you understand what happened. You were young, quite young, but with any luck, you can make up your mind. And if not, I would still love to have you in my life. And hopefully, I can see you again. Yours sincerely, Amara.
Out of game. Ouch. Okay. I wasn't prepared for that. Alright. It is kind of feeling bad a bit about like the recent events and how this letter is kind of outdated at the same time.
Yeah.
Also with wondering what surprise Amara had for Laura. But otherwise she will fold the paper, she'll put it in the envelope and hand it over to the worker so she can send it out.
Yeah. Like, you can tell by the way it was written, it was probably like the first thing she thought of, the first draft. There were definitely some spelling errors and things of that notion, but from what you can tell, it took like a lot out of her just to write this down. So there's that, and the way it was written, it definitely felt emotional. You hand it over, you've already paid for the postage and stamping. The young one towards you simply states, "All right, if you have any other alterations to think that note, in the next 3 hours, well, in 3 hours we'll be sending it out. It does state here that you've already returned or got one of your letters back, so make sure this is a final draft you plan to send. Okay, enjoy the rest of the festival day and the rest of the festival week. There's only 2 more days, so enjoy yourself or whatever."
Thanks. I might be back here. I'm still unsure, but I hope you have a good day.
Thanks. You too.
It's gonna work out.
Yeah. It was weird, that little last bit. She was more or less doing pleasantries like, "And I hope you have a great day today." And he did the exact same thing when someone goes, I hope you enjoy your meal. Yeah, you too.
Yep. All right. Yeah, Ada's gonna head over to. Could I say just competition?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Say right that way. All right. That's where she's gonna head over to.
You head over there without too much of an issue. Like, honestly, unless you're a motorcycle near my window. Or a very fanatical individual that is super into blacksmithing and jewelry crafting, there isn't a very big line here. Like, you do see, like, some people in the crowd that have, like, foam fingers and, like, whoa, jewelers! Go! I don't know how you do this. Go team! There are people excited, but not very many. You're easily able to find your teammates, friends, allies, whatever you consider them. But Dust is already preparing and is halfway through his crafting. Whisper more or less pushes people away, so you can easily join them. And the Forge Master simply states, "All right then, only an hour left. Good luck, and make sure to cool your medals before the time is up." The last ditch effort of the process is complete, and everyone like presents their creations on the table. Whisper looks towards you, Amara. Man, it's because I have her in my mind right now. She looks towards you, Ada. We've been doing a lot of Amara stuff, and darn it. She looks towards you, Ada. Whisper does. Yeah. Yeah. Like, she doesn't bring anything up. She's just taking note that you're here and just looking at you, just simply says, yeah.
I'm guessing everything is going well over here.
Well, for Dust and Hendrik, Hendrik's, you know, the very, very white albino kind of looking elf. Yeah. Hendrik just looks towards Whisper. I am albino, but that's not really the point. I'm just very pale. I don't go out that often. Wasn't trying to be rude, but sorry. It's all right. Most people just think I'm sickly, so thank you for actually clarifying things. Is this a thing for you? It feels like it's weird that you're bringing it out that I'm right here. It's a thing for me. Okay, sorry about that. And Hendrik. But for Dolly and Josh, not that great. In the background, you just hear Josh. Why won't you fit together? And Dolly. Well, that didn't work. And you see a pile behind her of like broken knickknacks and things. It's not doing great for her.
Wow, so the only competition Dust has to deal with is, well, Hendrik at the moment.
Yes, the very sassy high elf.
And no offense, he kind of was intercluding in our conversation.
I mean, I get it. It's probably a thing that he's upset with, but at the exact same time, put it into our conversation. I apologize for that. He's still listening in.
Fine. Hey, at least you didn't offend him. At least not too much. Where's Nikolai? What are they doing?
You currently see him stuffing his face with popcorn. Fauna's like eating the bag now. She's been done with it for a while. She's only okay? Like, I'm quite literally talking about eating the bag. Like half of it's already gone.
No,
it is made out of paper, so it is digestible, but not the best choices were made there.
She is part goat.
Yeah, that's true. But other than that, you do see Opal and Nikolai just not talking, just looking at the competition. Opal more or less seems to not be enjoying herself, but keeping a wary eye around her environment. And Nikolai might be enjoying the popcorn, but you can tell he's like force focusing himself on just not thinking about things and just eating.
Oh, I was just trying to pay attention to just watching Dust. Like,
While
'cause
also paying attention.
probably it's mesmerizing the way that he's like forging stuff right now.
Fair enough. But after the competition time is up, everyone puts their final piece down, whatever they made, and the Forge Master, I'm gonna go with Dust, and then all the way to the left. So he just simply looks towards Dust. Now then, now that the creations and creators are complete, we will start from right to left. Young man over there, Dust, I believe. Please
Yes.
present your item and the descriptor and your emotional stance behind it.
I'll move it up. And I'll place the locket forward. This locket here is finely crafted with a gold alloy, using various metals, with the epitaph of a violin on the front with a purple lotus up at the top of the violin, sentence with the lotus being set with the gemstones. And upon opening it, will depict a picture of a dear friend that myself and my party just recently lost, as this is a memory of her and a boon such for her memory.
He nods. He comes forward to inspect it. Finely made, well crafted, and definitely an emotion behind it, rather than simply making something to make something. Truly a fine craftsman's work. And he like whispers into your ear. Honestly, a great way of making sure you keep your thing. Like, it'd be weird if someone chose this. Like, only you and him and maybe Ada, because of her incredible passive perception, could hear that. But then he states to the rest of the crowd, definitely A+ craftsmanship work. You step to the side, and then Josh will go next.
Nikolai claps his hand. Woo, go Dust, go Dust, woo.
Yeah, you see the two people with the foam fingers in the background. Whoa, go Dust! Yeah, loving and caring. Again, very hard to cheer for blacksmith work. For me, personally.
Yeah.
Next up is Josh.
The people who are watching, they're there for just admiring the craftsmanship and artistry, or
Yeah.
they're there to support one of the artisans.
Yeah, honestly, the crowd, other than those two, is like, yes, very fun work, incredible. Like small golf clapping hands. It's just those two that are very vocal. But Josh then presents his own work. Right then. Well, unfortunately, the time I had wasn't exactly the time allotted or needed to finally make something incredible. But I did the best I could with the time allotted to me. Unfortunately, it was maybe not enough. Who's to say? Was it truly my fault or the competition holder's fault for not applicably? He goes on and on to more or less blame everyone else. But he then presents his item. This here is a inket. It simply is adorned on your clothing, and it gives you a little magical boost to your clothing. The Forge Master comes forwards, looks at his ingot, and he just simply states, not the worst thing that's ever been made, but the craftsmanship is quite poor. The creation of it is fine enough, but at the exact same time, this is not exactly what we were looking for, but we do thank you for your participation. Oh, so we made sure to examine how much time someone would be allotted an item. It was your choice to make this. He basically defends the people that were making this competition. But Josh steps to the back. Hendrik, before he speaks, Dolly then states, yeah, do you mind if I go next? Not at all. Is there a reason why? Just don't feel like I'm gonna win this one. Like, you can go if you'd want, but don't count yourself just out. No, pretty sure I'm not. She presents what appears to be a metal top. You know, one of those things that you spin and it goes around. If you've ever...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a top. It is metallic and it does look neat and well crafted, but at the exact same time, it's like nothing incredible. Like, the way it looks and the way it feels, according to the Forge Master, seems fine enough, but definitely, for sure, you could have made something better in 5 hours. He then states, like, it's good, but it feels like a toy you could have made in 10 minutes, maybe less. Don't you know why it took you 10 hours, 5 hours? Sorry. She then states, personally, kept failing. This is the only thing I had left in time for presenting something. That makes sense. Anyways, I'm only really doing this because I had the time. Kind of got bored. Congratulations, anyone that wins. Fair enough. And at least she's a go-getter. Fair enough. Hendrik then goes, so should I go now? Oh, yes, of course, sir. Right. Well, thank you. He then presents what appears to be a nice, finely crafted... it's hard to tell what it is, because honestly, at the first glance, what it looks like a piece of wood. If you've ever seen a sword that doesn't really have a hilt, it looks like one of those stick swords, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. He unsheathes it, and inside seems to be a blade with a whole bunch of filigree around it. It has a strange symbol and glow to it, and he shows it and presents it to the Forge Master. Looking at it, he does state, very finely crafted, very well made, but at the exact same time, heavily dependent on magic. While it wasn't necessarily against the rules, it seems to me that your basis is on enchantment rather than metalwork and things of that nature. But it is well done and well crafted. He bows slightly, wondering if, he went too much enchantment based rather than metalworking based. He presents the blade back to Hendrik and then looks toward the crowd. Now, all our creators today have forged something beyond themselves, something that is potentially a part of themselves, or something they could do in the allotted time. They give you reasons why they created their things. Josh, because he wanted to make sure people could be protected with the things crafted that he makes. Technically his family makes, but he, is there. Dolly is there, and she made something for people to enjoy so people can have a smile on their face. But at the end of the day, she was just having a bad day. Hendrik created the blade so someone that could wield it can draw strength from it and potentially help those around them when they cannot help themselves. They each present their own reasons why they created their things, but at the end of the day, those emotions as well as the thing created stand out for themselves. Dust, you can tell it's between you and Hendrik. Let's face it.
Oh yeah.
So the Forge Master simply states, like, you don't feel it's gonna be Josh or Dolly. So it's just between you two. He then states, to those that participated, thank you. But those in the hierarching vision of things, Sir Dust and Sir Hendrik, please step forwards. You both step forwards thematically. And he does state, now both of you are some of the finest crafters we've seen this week. And honestly, some of the finest crafters I've seen in my life. Both of you definitely have your own fields of vision and things to do. However, there can only be one winner in this competition. And unfortunately for one of you, that is Dust. Give a round of applause, everyone. People begin to clap here and there. The two people in the background are shouting.
Wow, wow.
One of them begins to write Dust all over their stomach and then begins to shout out. You honestly... as mean as this sounds, Dust, you honestly only won because of those 2 natural 20s.
Nice.
Good dice out there on your side, man.
Wait, what does he get now? He gets this. Wait, does he get to pick something?
He gets to keep his thing crafter created. The one thing with the potential, doing that is if you use their stuff, you just get to keep that material, which is good. The other thing is he gets to choose one thing that the other participants, or maybe something in the forge, have created as well. He can either take Josh's +1 Inkit that gives you a +1 to your AC, Dolly's top that gives you a +1 to your charisma, or Hendrik's enchanted blade, which you have no idea what it does.
I mean,
Okay.
You can ask him if you want. He's not gonna keep that away from you.
Yeah. I will ask Hendrik what his blade does. Specifically.
To be perfectly honest, I created it in my first thought process. It is a +1 blade, known as a moon blade. My ancestors created these things long ago. However, because it's in its primary state, it has nothing truthfully on it, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. It takes years and a lifetime for something to be forged in it. My ancestors had these blades, and this is the beginning process of one. Basis, or at least rather the thing specifically for this, this is known as a blueprint blade. Ultimately, it becomes a moon blade after the wielder of the blade dies, in which case a rune is forged into the blade and something is born anew into it. But it's also a very good basis for if you want to reforge it into something else.
Thank you for your information for that.
Of course. Congratulations on winning. I'm not bitter. He's bitter, but he says he's not.
So, looking at it all, I'm actually going to go with the top.
what?
Oh,
What?
you know what? It's his choice. We can't.
I mean, actually, it's church. Okay, fine.
I'm saying this above game. I'm thinking the top. If you want to challenge it anyway, so the Moonblade, it's a +1 sword.
No, Dust. It's a legendary mythical item.
If it was already awakened, like out of game, Nikolai, you're correct. This is basically a blueprint for a potential Moonblade. A Moonblade doesn't really become one until the first wielder dies, and it is passed down. The reason
makes
Moonblades
sense.
have their power is because a rune from a former wielder is forged into it, takes on a new property, and then gets passed down to generation, or is found through generations of wielders.
That makes sense. So this Moonblade doesn't have anything else that it does
Just +1.
besides.
Yeah, no, like the moon blade. Yes, it's an awesome weapon, but it's a heritage weapon. Right now, the only effect that it has is a +1 until the wielder dies or we put a soul into it.
And wait, don't have and you can't like. I mean, doesn't you can put runes in it or not?
No. The runes come from when the wielder dies, and the runes are like the magic enchantment, so it
Okay.
cases their soul into it.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, it's basically just a +1 blade, a fancy one, but a, +1 blade.
Yeah. Where if I was to take it, my children and their children's, like, it would be a family legacy with this blade. But as it stands right now, it's kind of it's worthless to dust because of the situation.
What were the other two things that you said that there were?
There
+1
like-
AC ingot and a +1 charisma top.
Wait, what's their charisma right now?
19.
Well, that makes sense.
And I have some armor that I'm wearing right now that gives me an 18 armor class. Magical armor that that gives us an 8. So
Yeah.
I like armor class. I'm fine.
Oh, wait, what is your perception or your persuasion right now? What is your persuasion bonus?
12.
I will tell you can't persuade man to take 2 things.
I know, but I'm just saying that if you took that, then your persuasion would be 13.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep, 13. So I'm going to. I really. So I'll, after talking with Hendrik, asking what the blade is and what it does, it's like, I never knew that about moon blades, but truth be told, I've always been one for children, games, and whatnot. So the item that I will take is Dolly's top.
The Forge Master, really? Hendrik, really? Dolly, I mean, I can just give it to you. Sure. She tosses it over.
No, I'll grab it.
Just take it. Oh my god.
No, like even before, like just hearing what each of those 3 items were without knowing their benefits, I was leaning towards the top anyways.
Yeah. Honestly, this thing, other than the Moonblade air quotes, which could just be sold, the other things would give you like small little boons. But with a charisma of 19, a +1 is very helpful.
Oh yeah.
You catch this top, and the Forge Master, surprised you didn't take the sword because it was, no offense to Josh or Dolly, the better of the 3 things here. Just shrugs it off like, it's his choice. Now then, participants and those watching, your friends, allies, or just some of you that are super into forging and the craft. Again, those 2 people in the background cheer. May you have a pleasant day today and the rest of this festival. People begin to weigh and clap. Some people give Dust and Hendrik their business cards. Josh is like, comes from money. He's just doing this to like prove himself, but really didn't. Dolly seems to come from a family of forgers, but at the exact same time, it's not really her thing. She's more an adventurer kind of thing. So she like takes some, but really tosses them to the side later on.
I will also hand out. At this point, I probably would have had business cards made. If not, I would be sending them out, and I'd actually give one to Hendrik as well. Then.
Yeah, this is a great way of like meeting people with the same type of ideals or the same kind of skills you might have. So yeah, you would for sure have business cards, Dust, and they would as well. Hendrik hands you his, and Hendrik, 18. You can tell that his last name is Evergarden, which doesn't really mean too much, but with that type of name, you can tell that this kind of individual, garden, forest, river, those kind of names belong to like high-end noble elven families, as much as, it's very on the nose in common when a high elven family member is a high elven family member because of their last name.
Yeah.
So while you might not know them personally, you can tell that they come from a high-end family. And, if you want to continue on that endeavor, you can definitely make some money or like meet someone that has the same type of ideals. But eventually you come back to your friends, allies, whatever you consider them. I keep saying that, but maybe friends. Who's to say? The Forge Master is still there, but if you intend to head out, then he's no longer there.
There's just going to be this one competition today, right?
This
For
one...
for the crafting, right?
Yes, there is one tomorrow and the day after, but the day after is literally the last day. He stamps everyone's hands, including yours, Dust. So you can theoretically do it the very last day. Oh wait, this is the 4th day of 5 days.
Yeah, it is.
5 days.
Wait, I thought there was 6.
And we're
The
we were
6th
only
day is
allowed to
basically
really
like
do 3.
cleanup.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Like the first day is like evening opening celebration, then the actual start day, next one. The 4th day, technically the 3rd day, air quotes, is the last day you just had, with the whole moon spirit thing. This is not the 4th day. Theoretically 6th day. So you really only have one more day of the true festival. And the last day is basically people are selling their last bits of wear or just heading out.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. The way I described it before makes no sense other than in my head.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Sorry
like
about that.
technical 7 days, but 2 of them is opening ceremony and closing ceremony.
Okay. I see now.
But on the 4th day, man, I'm probably confusing you again. On the 2nd to last day, there's probably nothing else you can do unless you want to double up on another event you've already done. That isn't the Forge one.
Yeah, no. I was mostly just gonna spend my time watching some of the other competitions of the forging.
Yeah. You spend your next few hours
Walk around with Opal.
walking around here and there. Some with Opal, others with Fauna, some with Whisper, and some with Dust and Ada. You just hang out for the remaining time, and you can tell people are enjoying themselves, and from time to time, you are as well. The next event for the Forge Masters is in the evening, so you definitely have time to wander about, but at the exact same time, this is likely the last things you guys will do, dependent on what you intend to do. But at the exact same time, you do enjoy yourselves. You try to more or less force yourselves to enjoy yourself.
Having fun. Don't tell me what to do.
It just isn't truly in the mood.
Yeah. After what happened the other day, it's very hard to force yourself.
Can I sorry. Can I go find the guy that has the claw machine again?
You want to the guy that hates you for winning to a person?
I mean, you can.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Wait, out again. Who has mime right now? Do I still have him? Does David still have his mime? I completely
I have
forgot
him.
about him first. You have him?
I can hand him to you. Here you
Oh,
go.
no, out of game. I just completely forgot who had mine, and I was like,
Oh,
wait,
okay.
did we lose him again?
Oh, it's this guy. I like this guy.
Yeah. I forgot which one it was, but then I remembered it was the Furball. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah.
Coming over after 2 days of not being here, you can tell that a bright young man is currently working the claw machine. He's more or less excited about the day until he notices Nikolai coming forwards.
Hey, how are you?
Evening.
Here to try my luck again, I guess.
You can technically. It's been 2 days.
Okay, sounds good. How much is it?
1 silver. 2
Okay, here you
reiterate.
go.
You get 3 tries for 1 silver. First one is acrobatics to try to land on something, and athletics at disadvantage to hold on to it while it comes back to the corner open pocket.
Sounds amazing. Yes.
DC to beat for the first mark is 12. DC to beat for the second mark is 15. Good luck,
I thought it was,
sir.
10 last time.
I don't
Was
remember.
it 15? Was it 15 or 10? I can't remember. Oh,
I
well.
know for the first one was 12. Let me look for this second one.
It might have been 15, actually.
I don't have any notes on it. I'll bring it down to 13.
I mean, 15 sounds right. I think you're right. I think, yeah, the first one was easier. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can stick it at 15. So, okay.
You put down a silver. 3 little markers indicate that you have 3 tries.
Alrighty. Acrobatics.
Yeah, easily enough. You get in the claw machine, landed on the box. Not a natural 20 again.
No.
So it latches onto a box. Nikolai, go ahead and roll me 1d10.
1d10. 5.
Okay, the 5th box. The man just goes, "Excellent, sir. Now bring it back and hope it sticks."
Can I roll my bend luck on that?
Do you want to wait until you roll your disadvantage?
Oh, I have to roll disadvantage. Yes, I want to do that. No, I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos.
That's a nat 20 though. What the heck? You just wasting
Wait.
a nat 20?
Does that waste a nat 20 if I use Tides of Chaos?
Yeah, it'll just make it 13.
Okay, well, never mind. I can't use Tides of Chaos. I'll just use the bend luck because then I can roll a d4. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, if you have advantage and you've already had disadvantage, it just flattens it out. So you go with the first one you roll.
Yeah, if I got a 20 on the first one, so yeah.
Like if it was a flat roll and you did Tides of Chaos, for sure you would get that 20.
Yeah.
But bend luck is pretty good. 13 with plus, and it just hits